All right. Sci-fi Express Lane got me riding with my daggone dome light on because the daggone time change, man. Come on. Anyway, I want to talk about AI and the future. Actually, the AI future looks bright for people that have humanity running through their brains and their bodies. So this rant. Oh, Jeff Carroll, Sci-fi Express Lane. Just welcome to my little podcast viewpoint venting session. Anyway, I want to talk about AI in the future, and AI in the future is really, I guess, bright. I've been talking to some creators, like I think a lot of people, about AI designing and what it means, what it thinks like, what it seems like for the future, and AI is called artificial intelligence, right? But it's really not kind of intelligence like we think humans are, right? Humans think, humans react, humans memorize, but humans also create. And AI can memorize, AI can duplicate, AI can copy and output, but AI cannot create. That's why all the AI you see has a prompt. So based on that, yes, it can make good movie scenes, right? We've seen Sona, we've seen Midjourney and other AI graphic design and illustration design platforms, right? And I'm totally with you. I've used it to kind of give illustrators and support illustrators. And then I even had Illustrator try to use it without me knowing it to do a sequential page, and it wasn't good. He wasn't able to do it. It could not match the characters, couldn't match the skin tone from panel to panel, and then it couldn't make certain things. So I had a friend of mine who's an illustrator who I've been trying to get on the project, but he's always busy. And he said he did 2 books for this client of his. It was a young adult book, and he did it all with using AI. Now, he didn't say AI designed it. He said he used AI because the book looks really good, but AI couldn't do it. He had to design it in layers. He had to fill in missing components with his own illustration skill. But he did do it in a faster time than if he would have had to draw it himself. And it looked very much like his style, but it looked good, you know. So that made me think, you know. And he's like, I'm not afraid of it, I'm going in. I talked to another another technology black science fiction guy, and he was like, yeah, I'm going all in. I'm learning everything. And he's not an illustrator. He's just a black sci-fi person, right? He reads it. He's not a writer. He's not a creator. He has written some things, but none of it really, not to push himself as a writer, right? What do you call it? He said he's going all in. And he said there's a lot of things going on with AI that you should really invest, you know, check out. And he said black people need to stop being afraid of the future, you know, and get in with AI. And, you know, that's a trigger word for me. Future, afraid. And I always say that is part of what holds black people back from being involved in sci-fi and reading it and all that. They've made us scared of the future because we're practically scared of the past. You know, you should tell people, hey man, you got to go back in the past. People are like, oh no! You know, it goes either to slavery or it goes back to some third world thought where you be like, I won't have TV. You know, so like, no. And people get scared of the future because they're scared of the past. And that, you know, it made me think. So then I thought, come on, we got to be optimistic about this. The moment something looks totally negative, I start going to work. And I thought, I always compared AI, the dilemma with illustrators to Napster and streaming music and sampling, right? Even now they got AI beat making machines. But we also have shared project where you can put up a beat. Somebody can write a song to it, and somebody can arrange it, and that song comes out, and all of y'all share in the revenue and success of that particular song, right? Sampling was how hip hop started. It was taking music and bringing it back and as the background beats for somebody's original vocals. Same thing, similar as AI art for a comic book. You get a writer, they put their original story over illustrations that are similarly sampled. Sampling was not legal when it first came out. When Sugar Hill Gang used Sheik's Good Times, they ain't paid for it, but later on, now, you got Nicki Minaj coming out, Everybody. She paid for that song. She paid for that to sing over that, but back in the days, she wouldn't have had to. Back in the 80s, before Bismarck's big sampling lawsuit, she wouldn't have had to pay for it. So why do I draw that comparison? Well, because with AI designs, we know that AI can't think, AI can't create, AI can only process, right, existing information. So all those years, illustrators and people were putting their designs online or whatever, AI was absorbing that data, and now AI can spit out a version of the same type of things. I don't know how they get the cheekbones. It took them a while to get the fingers, but they can do a full picture. You know what I'm saying? But can they make an original person? Yeah, they can do still pictures, no doubt. But have they made them move? Have they done sequential panels? Not yet. And even when they do learn how to do it, it still will not be an original character. It's going to be a human element. You're going to have to write a fancy prompt, and prompt writing is going to become like coding. You understand? So, my friend has a application where he uses AI to let people write their own stories, and he writes the prompts. He gives them, questions, and they come back, and he writes the prompt based on the information and puts it in AI and spits them out 3,000 word short story or whatever the story is, length, and that works. But again, he'll put in like Stephen King, you know what I'm saying, and to give it the spooky horror element. And so in the future, I believe it's going to become like sampling. Once you know who AI and Midjourney and all these AI programs and apps are sampling from or getting inspiration from, then pay them, right? Break them off a piece of that. If it's a standard fee, then do it just like they do licensed material, like those pictures that you go online and you find a picture that you like, and you have to pay royalties, you have to buy the picture. So it'll become something similar to that. But I do think it will allow artists and creators to access. I don't think they're going to shut AI down. It's not possible. So you got to think about, how is AI going to work? Well, that will be like, because AI knows who it steals from. Like I tell my students in class, you're going to use ChatGPT, but AI knows every essay or answer that they create. So when we run it through AI snitches, right? AI wasn't part of the deal. AI just said, I'll give you an answer. It didn't say you can use it, you can sell it. No way. So I believe that AI is going to make things better for illustrators and original creators. Now, I don't think it's going to make it better for everybody. And let me explain. There's levels to illustration. There's illustrators that can make stuff look better than AI, but there's a lot of illustrators that can't. And I think AI is going to make it hard for them beginning illustrators who don't have a unique style whose art is not that good, right? Yeah, they're gonna have it hard, and then that's gonna make it more valuable for a human illustrator. It may be a little slump for a minute, but human illustrators and human creators is gonna go up. Like AI might be able to write another King Kong Godzilla, but will they be able to add the underworld element if it's not already in the movie? No. And so AI might be able to make another sequel, right? But adding that new original element to it that all sequels need, I don't think AI will be able to do that. So they'll still need some human element to come into the AI process. So I think that's going to make original creators, right? People like myself with original characters, original stories, you know, all the more valuable. Will we be the, what do you call it? Will we be the AI coders? Hey, you may not write books, but you might be able to write a hell of a prompt and have AI write it up for you. So I'm learning how to write my stories in a prompt way. Like writing a book and writing a comic and writing a screenplay are all different. The level of description that you have to provide in each of the setting and the characters, it really varies. Of course, the lines and the dialogue can be practically the same. I remember when I wrote my Gold Digger Killer novel, I used the script and I lifted the dialogue right off the script. But the scene descriptions and settings, those got to sound musical, magical, romantic, fluid when you write them in a book, because people will write them. When you write a screenplay, it can have incomplete, fragmented sentences. Ain't nobody publishing that part of the screenplay. As long as they know the chair goes over here, it was a dark night, that's fine. You ain't got to make it sound romantic. You can't even be redundant. You put redundancy in a book and people are going to get bored with it, annoyed with it, frustrated, irritated. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things that writers make pop. I don't think AI will ever be able to tell a joke better than even me. You know, so humor, all those things, timing, those things take creative elements that I do not believe that AI will ever be able to do. In the meantime, it's going to make people who can do it even more valuable. Even, you know, writers now are already valuable. There's people that punch scripts up, add jokes to them all the time, because it's a high level of creativity. So I just think those things that are specific to human behavior, like jokes and just anything original, is going to be limited to human creators, and they may have to pay a premium for it, right? You may not have to write the whole script, but you may get paid more than if you did write the whole script. And I think that's going to happen to illustrators as well. So am I scared of AI? Not necessarily. Am I one of the best top writers? In my mind, probably close to it, but no, right? But so do I think AI is going to make things worse for me? Maybe in the short run, but in the long run, I think human creators are going to be able, who are going to knock things out the box, out the park, So yeah, that's just my take on AI. I do not think it is a creator. I don't think it is going to eliminate human creation. So yeah, I'm not even worried about it. I'm concerned in the sense that it's just something new. But other than that, nah, man, AI is what it is. All right, talk to you later. Peace. Out of here.